Hello everyone. So in this video we will see how we can create a form part. So first of all, what is form part? So when you will open your all vendors form, okay, and so when you click into this particular icon here, so this information is actually developed by using form part here. So if you see here currently for this vendor, we could see its information like primary address, recent activity and roles, etc., all this information here. So what we'll do, we'll take our all customer form and we'll try to create a form part here, and we'll try to show like few basic information about customers. Okay, so for that, first of all, I will need to check what is our form name. Our form name is custable. So we'll be creating an extension of our custable first. For that, I will simply go here and I will create an extension of my cust table. So let me open this form. Okay, so now when you open this particular section here, parts, okay, here you can create your own form part. So since we are using the out of the box forms, so that's why you need to create an extension first. And now I've created here, so what we'll do, we'll go to its properties, and first thing I will give it a nice name here. For example, let's say cust info form part. Okay, this is my name. So I will need a data source here. So I'm interested in information of my customer, so most probably I will get all the fields from here. Then we need to define here data source link. Since we are going to fetch the information from our cust table itself, so we could simply write here self link. Now we require a menu item, okay, which menu item we want to display. So for that, what we'll do, we'll create a form, then we'll create a display menu item for the same. Now let me create a form first. Click on this form button here. So let me give name as cust info form part and add. And the first thing is that we need to fetch the data source name. So I will drag and drop my cust table. So let me simply drag it here. So the data source is already here. So this is fine. So basically this would be just a view type of form. So I could say, allow edit, create as no, and also insert that, and I could also, make it no here. So now this is done. So what we'll do, we'll simply create a grid here, and let me say the pattern would be custom here. I want to create fields like I want, and I will here create a grid. Okay, let's give a good name to our grid here. So in our grid we are going to use custable data source, and here also let's define this data source property and tile data source property as well. And now we'll try to drag few fields here. So let's say we want to see account number and bank account, or let's say whether the customer is blocked or not. Let's say if there is any, and let's say even the customer group. Okay, I think for now 4 fields are sufficient here. So our form is ready. Now we can't directly embed our form, so that's why we need a display menu item for our form. So for that I will simply add a display menu item here. So let me try to give same name here like cust info form part, and let me add TM like display menu item at the end to differentiate this one. So in our display menu item, we need to define name of our form. So form name was guest info form part here, and you can define a label here. So the customer information, customer basic information. Okay, let me okay, this is fine. So now my display menu item is ready. So the next step would be here to link this display menu item into our form. Sorry, this is our form, and this is our form part, and here I will simply paste name of my menu item, my display menu item name, and here let me set the properties as remote, and let me try to do a build here. So trigger the build, we'll wait for some time. So the build is completed now, and we'll go to front end and we'll verify. So now when I click here and when I click into this particular icon button here, so you see the customer basic information is coming. So once we navigate to a different customer number, so we are getting all the details like bank account, invoicing, customer group, etc., etc. So let us again revise what we have done. So to create a form part, like form part is really useful if you want to aggregate a certain kind of information like this, so that the customer not need to go to again to sub forms to see the input and data. So for that we simply need to create here a form part and we need to define certain properties. So generally we link a menu item, a different form here. Then we need to define the data source and link. Okay, and then we need to create a separate form. So the form that we created is this one. Okay, and then we simply link our form to menu item, and then eventually at the end we link our display menu item into our form part section. So thank you for watching this video.